you see Chewy? Come here. Here. Come in there. Here's my mascot. Like Chewy. Hope you could see me, guys. You see me? I hope you do. Okay, this is the last review for the book for school and for the sorry. This is the last book review for the book for the School for Good and Evil, the One True King. So that's the last book. So I had so many annotations because I'm trying to mark everything that is very important. So Chewy left me. So I have my notes here with me. Please bear with me because I noted so many important highlights here in the story of the book. I believe I have 9 highlights in this book. So going back to the previous book briefly, that Rian is now the Camelot's king because he pulled out this Excalibur. But truthfully, he got killed by his brother, Japet, and thus Japet is now disguising as his brother and trying to kill Tedros and his company. And not only that, Arthur gave them a important task for to reign as a king of Camelot, because suddenly the Excalibur cannot be pulled out by Japet, I believe. Yeah, he cannot pull it out because Arthur gave them another task. So, and the task would be 3, but he didn't specify those 3 specifically on the spot, but only one by one. So the first task would be a riddle. So I forgot what page it is, but I hope you would try to read this book as well. It's a good book for those who love fantasy, mysteries, and fairy tales. So in that riddle, Tedros believed that they must go to the living library. So he insisted that he wants to put he wants that his ideas will be used as in their adventure, because most of the time all are eyeing Agatha for ideas for the mission, but Tedros really felt that they really need to go there, and it's a good thing they followed Tedros suggestion, and they found out that the Green Knight is very important. They found out in that riddle there's a Green Knight written there, that the Green Knight is very important in their mission. And with the help of the soul or the spirit of Augustus Cedar, am I right? This history professor, that the story of this Green Knight is once named Kay or Japet. I believe in his younger days he's named Kay, and he was a brother when they were still poor, I believe. And Merlin took care of them, Arthur and Kay. And Merlin gave them a choice. Would you like to be immortal, or you would like to be fated as a king? And Kay chose to be immortal, and thus he became Japet and the Green Knight. And Arthur, very weak, but at the same time has a good volition. He became the king of Camelot. And now the Green Knight is coming back to Merlin and asking for his wizard wish. This wizard wish, I think, is very important for wizards, because it's like, I believe wizards kind of immortal. So this wizard wish is the only way they use if they want to say goodbye to the real world. Okay, so and with that, Japet asked for it, and I think Merlin got pity because Japet really found nothing being immortal, nothing fun about it anymore, and he just wants to die. He wants to be immortal, I believe. And with that, Merlin gave his wizard wish, and then suddenly Arthur attacked Kay, and with that sudden attack, he really thought that he was going to hurt Merlin, so Arthur attacked, and with that, the wish is already granted to Kay, and thus when Arthur attacked him, he was already in his mortal stage, so he died on the spot. And he was happy when he felt to be alive again. But it's sad for Merlin because he was trying to save Kay, and he really got mad with Arthur, and that is the last time they did not interact after that. And going next to the storyline, that's one of the foreshadowing, I believe, or the past revelation for Agatha and Tedros to take note of. So the next part of the story is that Hester, Dot, and Annandale's task was to save Merlin at the Cave of Contempo. The Cave of Contempo has two types of magic spells. One cave makes you younger, another cave makes you older. And with that, Merlin was put in the cave where he will be younger. So Hester, Annandale, and Dot found him to be in his um, found him in his young stage baby face. Yeah. And sadly, upon going back to the story of the Agatha and Tedros, the wizard wish was in the beard of, or it's like, yeah, the beard of, that's where it came from, the wizard wish of Merlin. And sadly, when they found, going to the story of Hester, Dot, and Annandale, they found Merlin in a baby stage, no beard. So sadly, with that, task 1 is very hard. So what will they do? Let's see. Sadly, more characters died in this book in order to help lead the main characters to their faith. The Sophie, in another part of the woods, suddenly discovered the wizard tree. They said it's just a legend, but gladly she found it, and then she saw that certain pearl, and that pearl, it was said to be like one of the stories in there in the children's books, probably, that certain pearl might lead to Merlin, and it's real. So that pearl is like linking to the beard of Merlin. So the aim here is for Tedros to eat that certain pearl. So backstory to the wizardry, this is where Japet, Kay, or the Green Knight, the brother of Arthur, asked for a wizard wish for Merlin when he died. After, that's where the wizard tree has bloomed. So that's the place the Sophie found. It's the place where Kay died. But it's not Tedros who ate the pearl, but Agatha. So due to that, because of Japet almost taking it, so Agatha, in her adrenaline, she ate that pearl. And now the second task, bloom in front all of the art, what you call this, reflected in front of them, or suddenly emerge in front of them. The task would be to kill the one who ate the pearl, and which is Agatha. So Agatha, what will they do? Because I know, imagine if Tedros ate it, Japet ate the pearl, it meant that the task would be to kill that person who ate it, right? I know Japet / and Tedros are safe, but imagine Agatha. So Agatha is the core and weakness of Tedros. So all of them aim to protect her at all costs. But sadly, it all led to the sacrifice of the queen mother of Tedros, which is Guinevere, who gave her death as a last sacrifice, and thus the second task was resolved. Then now, the last task, the third task by King Arthur, revealed again, and he said that whoever to pull out the Excalibur is the king. So suddenly the sky rained so many Excaliburs in all parts of the kingdom and the wood. So the current King Rian / Japet tried to use the lion's mane, that certain counterpart of the Storian pen, to announce to everyone, to have whoever help him will, I believe, he will be having a reward. So he was requesting for help from everyone to look for the Excalibur. And with that, upon rescue for Sophie, Hort was in his man-wolf, but he really got injured, and he left her to be saved by others because he was gravely injured. So Sophie believed he will come back to her, and she also discovered that Shadix and his cousins Cedric and Caleb they revealed that Chadwick's mom is Lady Gremlin. If you will come back to the previous book, Lady Gremlin or yeah, Gremlin is one of a good friend of King Arthur when they were still young and not in the richest, not in their current state. When they were just very very young, in their um what you call this? It's like a childhood sweetheart. Yeah, but yeah, it was revealed here that she had a child with Arthur, and he is the heir, and the name of the child is Chadwick. Okay, so now going back to Tedros and Agatha, and Merlin. Merlin is trying to drink a potion to age. So from the baby phase, he was now becoming toddler, then becoming in his primary stage. What you call this? Nursery stage, toddler stage, nursery stage. Then in his teenage stage, I believe, or in his what you call this, 13 years old stage, preteen, yeah, preteen. He suggested to go to the Lady of the Lake in Avalon. So they did, and Lady of the Lake revealed that she got scammed by the one who is not the real heir of Arthur, but only the blood of the actual heir used to lure her in getting her powers. So, who is that? They used the. If you remember the previous books, Chadwick died in Avalon, and I think Japet used the blood, and also Rian used the blood in reigning Camelot, and also what you call this, in not only what you call this, they also scammed the Lady of the Lake, and Japet got her power. And also upon discovery, they also found that Japet and Rian is Rafal's son with Evelyn Sader. So same requirement of. Do you remember that Japet needs the blood of Sophie? And also I believe he needs the wedding so he could kiss Sophie. It's one of the requirements for him to reign. So next was Chadwick. Small information again, Chadwick is the right hand knight of Tedros, was actually the first son of Arthur and Lady Gremlin, and now he is dead. It was Chadwick's blood was all along used by Rian and Japet to clean the Excalibur from the previous book, and now they knew and found Chadwick's home where lies the real Excalibur, ready to be pulled. So Tedros made a sudden move against the plan of Sophie to lure Japet. And now Japet used the smeared blood of Chadwick on his clothing to pull the Excalibur, and thus he was named the king. So many witnesses saw this. And then he suddenly sliced Tedros. So Tedros died in front of Agatha. So I know this is the last chapter. I mean last book, but don't worry, it has the last chapter to discuss the real ending. So when that happened, Agatha made sure to open the lies of Japet to the witnesses, and he was not the rightful heir, and used only the blood of the heir. Then Tedros came back suddenly. So how did Tedros came back? So he used the wizard wish of the Lady of the Lakes. And the wizard wish of the Lady of the Lake is an apple. So backstory of the apple. While they were, Agatha and Tedros are traveling using the rats of Anadil as transportation, Agatha was suddenly hungry, and she felt that there's an apple in the pocket of Tedros. And Tedros said that don't worry, we will share this when we arrive. And Agatha kept on pestering him, let's eat just a small bite, blah blah blah. But Tedros again said that don't worry, we will eat this when we get to our destination. And that is the wizard wish, the apple. So the happy ending here is that Tedros and Agatha were preparing for the wedding, and Sophie gladly met Hort in his injured state, and she accepted him even though he has no longer the power to be a man-wolf. And lastly, they are expecting the Merlin as the only adult that could be part of their wedding. So they were looking for him, and they found him in a book titled Samsara, opened in the Gallery of the Goods. The Gallery of the Goods is where Merlin's books and items were left for display there, and they thought he was studying because he is in his teenager stage. But they found an open book, and then suddenly they saw it's like magical book. So they went there inside the book, and they found that Merlin is relaxing in front of the beach area, but he was slowly aging really, not slowly, he was aging really fast, and thus it alarmed all of them, the four of them, and with that, Merlin gave them his last words. He told them that the work here is done. Like his work is done in protecting Tedros and protecting the kingdom. Anyway, again, I'm still giving this book 5 out of 5. I won't be staying and reading this till the last book. So again, it's like it became a slightly Game of Thrones vibe in this book because so many died. Um, Unpredictable. Again, Chadwick has an important role in this book. And again, Rafal's reign is still reigning through his lineage. And also, the ending was not expected. It was kind of sad, but at the same time heartwarming. The adventures they encountered from the first book to the last is really challenging and very somewhat disturbing as well. There's family dramas as well. Um, so there's might be a reason in other contents they have low rating of this book. Because as I bought this book, it was much cheaper compared to the fifth book. Fifth book is kind of pricey. I thought it's because it's thick. I don't know. This is thick as well. So I don't know why. It might be the ratings, but Soman Chainani, you've done a good job. Good job. Anyway, I'll be ending this. Thank you very much for staying here with me till the end. I'll be opening now. My next challenge for January would be to read a mystery book. So may I present to you on my next reading vlog will be Tithe. I don't know how if I'm pronouncing it right. Tithe. So this is an old book of Holly Black, and this is the book of my sister. Hi sis, and I'll be reading your book. I was looking for the second book, but I think I won't be looking for other chapters because I'll be trying reading monthly challenges. So for the month of January would be to read a mystery book. So as you all know, I am in my academics, so I'll be reading again one book per month. Okay, thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Bye!